Hi there, it's Kelsey with Shipwreck Beads, and today we are going to make some rustic snowflake ornaments. This idea comes from Ruth in our showroom. I grabbed some pictures of the display that she made down in our showroom, and I'll show you, kind of see sort of what we'll be doing today. They're really cute. So I'm sure you've seen the snowflake wire forms before. They look like this. Hi Valerie, oh thank you. Hi Pam. So they're pretty basic little wire snowflake forms. They come in 3 sizes. So this is the medium size. This is the size I'll be using today, but they also come in a small size. Like this. Oh, Facebook is telling me apparently I can do a mask to give myself a fun look. Oh, look at that. Oh, fancy schmancy. Look at Facebook getting in on the Snapchat action. All right, we're going to make that go away because we don't need to do that. Maybe. How do I make it stop? There we go. Sorry. Popped up on the screen. I had to give it a try. Hi, Cindy. So anyways, so this is the small size. It also comes in a very large size here. This is a 9-inch, and there's 4 in this pack. The small size is a 3 3/4 inch, and there are 8 in the pack. And then the medium size is a 6-inch, and there are 6 in the pack. So they're fairly inexpensive. They range, see, they're about under $5 for the pack. It's like $3.99. But yeah, so this is what we'll be using today. Oh, that one's kind of, let me get a different one. So it's just pieces of wire in a snowflake shape that's soldered in the center. Fancy. But yeah, so Ruth in our showroom, she's one of our showroom employees, she came up with a really great design, sort of more rustic. Like, how cute is that? So she used horn and bone. I've also got some wood stuff here, and then she tied some little sprigs of pine in there. I just thought they were really cute, so that's what I want to do today. And I pulled a whole like selection of different horn and bone beads, and some wood beads too. I don't know if we'll end up using all of them, but I like to sort of give myself a variety of things to choose from. So here's some of the wood beads that I pulled. And again, I don't know if we're using them all. Good morning, Ginger. Hi, Heidi. All right, people checking in. Got some wood rounds. Got some red and green. So yeah, they're just a very rustic design. It's really cool. I know I've used, hi Arlene, I've used these wire snowflake forms before, and usually I'll use them with plastic beads or crystal, make something sparkly, but I really like the rustic design. When Beth and who's one of our buyers showed me the display, I had one of those like aha moments, like, how had I never thought of this before? So I'm really excited to give it a try, and yeah, so let's angle you down and we'll get started. Oh, and see, I've got my little festive reindeer sweater on today too. Oh my goodness, what timing is that? All right, so with this kind of wire, you want to consider it just kind of like your memory wire. It is very stiff, and you can damage your cutters if you use a regular cutter on it. I'm probably not going to use a cutter on it at all today. I'm going to just fill it up with beads. Hi, Simon. Thanks for watching. And I also have some hemp twine, which I'll use to tie in our little sprigs. So I actually am just using a fake garland today instead of, ooh, cinnamon sticks. Yeah, I don't see why not. If you can get them to go all the way through, Deb, that would smell nice and look nice. But if you have, you know, some pine or leftover trimmings from your Christmas tree or whatever, then I would totally use that. But this is just what I had in the office today, so this is what we're using. These would look great as ornaments. They would also look great as sort of a little package topper. I saw Pam made a comment on one of my posts saying that she made some of the ornaments that we made in the last video, so that's great. And anytime you make anything from the videos, please, please, please share a picture on our Facebook page. I would love to see your creative takes on some of my designs. Like, that would be awesome. So I've got like a whole smorgasbord of different beads here. Hi, Deb. Oh, Deb Montgomery and Deb Reynolds. And hi, Kim. Welcome. So yeah, we're just going to start putting on some beads onto these wire forms. Now, it's a good idea to sort of work in the alternate sides depending on your design. So we use that. We use some of these red ones here. And I think I want to use these guys for this one. But I love these wire forms. We actually, with my Girl Scout troop, have done wire ornaments with these, and they look really nice. So you just do something like that. Hello, Cecilia. Hi, Debbie Rogers and Valinka. Oh, you're from Canada. Look at that. So I also have the memory wire finishing pliers. These just came in. They're great. They're made for memory wire, but I'm going to use them for this too because they're going to be a great tool for this. So I put my beads on here, and then you're just going to make a loop at the end so that your beads don't fall off. Just like that. And actually, I think, well, it's too late to adjust on that one. Actually, no, it's not too late. We're gonna go back and fix this. Scouts are so lucky to have you. Oh, thank you. You know, me and my co-leader are just really crafty, and so we end up doing a lot of crafts as a troop. Actually, I'm gonna do this because that's kind of our jam. But it's fun. I love volunteering. I like working with the kids. So let's see, we'll do this, and then another one of these guys. Like that, maybe? I feel like it needs more red on there. Maybe I'll do it like this. You just kind of got to play around till you find your happy medium with your design. I think I like that. We'll do the green in the center. And then, so it is, this kind of wire is very similar to memory wire. It's very stiff. Oh, is it, Debbie? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, and hi, Leslie from Alabama and Bon Bon from Arizona. So one tip when you're working with these, it's a good idea to go, you want to skip one as you're putting them on, because if you put this bead on here, you can see how they kind of will bunch up against each other. So it's a good idea to do, you know, do it in thirds kind of. And I'll just give it a little bit more of a symmetrical look. Yeah, go on there. So these are, again, super easy to make. If you're making them with kids, they probably will need help turning their loops because this is a stiffer wire than your normal like craft wire. So now, so that's what I was talking about, doing it in the thirds, because now when I put these on, then they will be evenly spaced. So see how that kind of sits on top of the center beads? But But yeah, how great is this when, you know, so often, actually, I've never seen the sort of rustic style like this before. It's always with the sparkly beads or with the plastics. My mother-in-law actually has one in Seahawks team colors, so that's another fun take on these ornaments. But this is just a great way to, especially if you have that more rustic look in your Christmas designs or in your Christmas decorations, the very Victorian style type decorations, then something like this would look really nice. I'm actually probably going to buy some of this stuff to make for package toppers. Because what I like to do is, in Thurston County, we have a plastic bag ban. So they actually have, so they don't give plastic bags at the grocery store and shopping centers or anything like that. They either have paper bags or you bring your own, which is great. Except I never remember to bring my reusable bags. So I always end up getting paper bags, but I save them throughout the year, and then we, and then I wrap all my Christmas presents in it. And I love that whole like brown paper packages tied up with strings. So I usually get some pretty strings, pretty ribbons, use the brown paper packages. And then it's nice to put like a little topper on there. So there's the finished ornament, but we're gonna add a little extra to it, because of course we are. And so I've got some hemp twine. But you could use baker's twine or ribbon or whatever. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little sprig of this fake Christmas garland. And again, I would totally recommend using, you know, whatever leftover stuff you might have. And actually this is wire, so I can just sort of wrap that on there. A little pine in the center. Yeah, exactly, Valerie. And then just take your hemp twine and there you go. There's a quick, easy ornament. But we're gonna make a couple more because why not? But yeah, so all I did with this is because it is just a fake garland and it's a wire base in there. I just twisted it on the back. But you could also take your hemp twine or whatever twine you're using and tie that in there. And then we'll take, but if you have like holly in your yard or something, you can take little holly sprigs maybe and tie those in there. Would be super cute. There's some little, these are a horn bead that's red amber. Right, Kathy? See, I've always done the glitzy, sparkly ones too, but then Ruth in our showroom made these for a display, and I just thought it was the greatest idea ever. Like, how cute is that? Just have that rustic look. Like, I would have never, like when Beth showed me, and we looked at these, we're like, huh, how have we never thought of something like that before? Like, it looks so cute and so different. All right, so there's that first one, and I love how those little red bone beads in, or the horn beads in there sort of look like holly kind of. So let's try something different. How about with these guys here? So we're going to start off by using some of the horn, I think. So that doesn't leave us too much room, but actually I think that'll be fine. Let's see if we have, maybe do this amber color. Just very rustic, very Victorian. doesn't leave us too much room. I'm actually going to use a round nose plier so that I can get a smaller tip on it than this one here, because that's not leaving us a lot of room to make our loop there. Oh, see, that's not even a strong enough plier. See, this wire's super stiff, just like memory wire. So this one, we're not going to quite get the spiral loop on that. No, we do sell these. So the item number on this one that I'm using, and I always, Renee, after the video's over, I go back through and I put in the part numbers and links to all of the product that I use. All of the product I use is sold at Shipwreck Beads. These are wire snowflake forms. They come in 3 sizes. The size that I'm using is the 6-inch size. It's MS 517 is the part number. And we also have a 3 3/4 inch star and a 9-inch snowflake. So you can, there is a range of sizes that you can choose from. So if you wanted to make some variation, like the smaller size would be perfect for gift toppers. But yeah, so these are something we sell. You can always, if you have some craft wire and want to just wrap and make your own snowflake forms, you can totally do that as well. No reason why not. So again, when you're putting them on, you want to go in your thirds like this. And I'm using the memory wire finishing pliers to finish these up. Because this is a stiffer wire, just like memory wire. So it is that sort of hard steel, and you don't want to use regular cutters on this. If you do want to make them and trim your wire down, don't use your regular cutters. You will ruin them. So word to the wise. This is going to be... So I think on these ones, because if you see the way that the bead is going to sit on top of there, I'm actually going to forego that red bead on the bottom. It's going to get covered up by the our little sprig of pine anyways. Fake pine, whatever. So I'm just going to skip putting the red one on there. And the beads I'm using are just bone and horn beads. You could even take maybe some like burlap, tie that through the center, or if you have like scraps of flannel would be really cute tied up in there. Again, I'm going to take my little fake garland and just wrap that in the center. And this does have a wire in the center, so I'm just going to twist that on there, but I'm also going to reinforce it with my hemp twine because I want to add the little doodad in the center there. Like, look at how cute that is. I love it. This is just another really simple, easy project. Perfect for gifts. Planning a tree for next year. Only handmade ornaments. Oh, that's a great idea. One thing too that this would be really cool for. I know there's a park in Olympia where they always do a tree, and they do like a community decorating tree where they ask that you. So it's in the tree's in the park, and then they always decorate it, but they ask that you put up handmade. You can come put decorations on it yourself, but they ask that you do handmade ornaments. So this would be a really great addition to something like that. Like, how cute is that? And how cute would that be with like a flannel, like a little scrap of flannel? The beads that I'm using are a combination of wood, horn, and bone. So they're all of natural materials. And again, I'll put links up when it's finished so that you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. But yeah, just a combination of wood beads and horn, and I think I'm going to use these beads right now. These ones here are wood. So I want to do this one mostly green, I think. So we're going to do red, green, brown, green, red. No, I think I need some more color in there. Red. So there, how about that? Super cute. And then again, you're just gonna roll that loop over. And usually what I'll do is if I have extra wire, instead of cutting it, yeah, messy work table. It's only, so actually, Jean, my goal for today after I finish this video is gonna be to clean up my mess, because we had the artisan market a couple weeks ago and I just haven't straightened up from that. So that's my goal for the rest of today, is gonna actually be to try and get my office in somewhat of a, well, it's never gonna be clean, but to somewhat of a less embarrassing state. Let's just put it that way. It is rather embarrassing at the moment. All right. So what I'm using to curl the ends, Renee, this is our memory wire finishing plier. So it's perfect for memory wire, which is, this isn't memory wire, but it's very similar material to that. No, Jean, I didn't make the frame. These are actually the wire snowflake base. It's MS 517 on our website. It does come in 3 sizes. And yeah, so I'm using the memory wire finishing plier. It's got 2 different size bales. It's nice and short and stubby, so it's perfect for this very stiff wire. I don't like to cut this wire because it is really stiff. So I just curl it over and have a little bit of a coil at the end, so you can see sort of how that coils as opposed to just doing a single loop. But yeah, the wire snowflake forms come in 3 different sizes, and they're great. But you can also just use craft wire and make your own forms if you wanted to. Make sure when you're putting your beads on your wire form that you're going to skip one as you put your beads on, because of the way the beads sort of line up in the center there. Yeah, Simone, actually that's how I've traditionally seen these ornaments made, is with crystals, or faceted plastic beads are real popular to use for this. But one of our showroom staff members made some samples using the bone and wood and horn beads, and I just thought they looked so cute for that sort of rustic Victorian Christmas vibe that a lot of people love. But this is a super easy project. It's great for kids too. Perfect for using as gift toppers or whatever you need, you know. really a lot of endless possibilities. But yeah, mostly I've actually only ever seen them used with crystals before, and I love this idea. Use a clean egg carton. Actually, that's a great idea. I always collect different types of containers. I like the Lunchables containers are good for holding beads too. Egg cartons, like you said. I have some ice cube trays that I hold beads in. Some old like nut containers because they're nice and sturdy cardboard with lids on them is another good storage option. I don't like to throw away anything useful. Big surprise. I think most crafters have that problem. I'm just coiling it over on itself so that way I don't have to trim. Oh, mini muffin tins also. Yes, great idea. Oh, one more green bead. I love it. It's so cute. These are so... Big shout out to Ruth in our showroom who came up with this idea, because I've made these types of ornaments for years and never ever did it occur to me to use anything other than crystal or, you know, sparkly beads. But how fun is that? So again, I'm just using some cheap plastic Christmas garland. To put in the center there. But I would definitely recommend using, you know, something, if you have like real pine garland, you know, leftover trimmings from your Christmas tree or whatever, that would be perfect to use for this. So again, I'm just tying up a little knot in the center to sort of secure that little pine in there, and then I'm just adding a little bit of tying a bead in there to kind of give it a little extra something something. But you could even add like some charms in there if you wanted. But these are such a fun design. I think we'll make one more because I'm digging this project today. There's another one. Oh, backwards. There we go. Let's turn that around. I just absolutely love them. They're so fun. So let's make one more, I think, before we say goodbye for the day. I'm going to do one, let's see. I like these carved bone beads. I want to use those. Why don't we use some of these? Should we use the red again? Kind of do one where we stack more of the beads up, I think. Something like that, maybe. Yeah, they probably would over time. So the wire that I'm using, Beth, it's our wire snowflake forms. They come pre-formed just like this. So this is what they look like before you put the beads on. You can see. They come in 3 sizes. The size I'm using is MS 517 on our website. They're very similar in consistency to memory wire, so make sure you don't use your regular cutters on them. But they come just like this. So we've got We also have it in 3 different sizes. It comes in a 3 3/4 inch, a 6 inch, which is the size that I'm using today, and then also a 9 inch. And those are just wire snowflake forms. You can find them on our website. I will also add the links to this post after I've finished today's video. So you'll be able to go back and take a look at what we've done today. Actually, I'm going to go back here. Oop, losing beads. So you want to see these really pretty carved ones. And then again, I'm also using the memory wire finishing pliers to finish them up. When you're working with these, you always want to make sure and skip one and do these 3 first and then the next 3. Because if you don't do that, then you'll get weird spacing in the center. And we're actually covering up the center, so you can't actually see that. But if you're not adding a little sprig to the center, like we're doing with these guys, then you'll be able to see how it just looks awkward and funny. So we don't want that. We don't want that if we can avoid it. Sometimes it happens anyways. But yeah, by using the natural materials that we're using today, the horn and the bone and the wood, it just gives it a really nice, rustic, natural look. It's perfect for that Victorian style Christmas. Another alternative, Ginger, to doing with the center, you could tie it up with a pretty, like if you have any flannel scrap fabric, you could use that. If you have, see, what else could you use? Oh, burlap would look really pretty tied up in the center there. You could tie it up with, maybe add some little charms or some jingle, like gold jingle bells would look really cute in there. And again, these make fantastic gift toppers or ornaments, obviously. It's just that really nice Victorian style Christmas decorations. Yeah, it would be kind of hard to do. But especially if you're going to be covering the center with like the little pine sprig or a little ribbon or whatever, then you wouldn't necessarily see that, Jean. So that also is an option too. Plus these are just a nice stiff wire. If you're using craft wire, it's not going to be quite as stiff when you're working with it, which could be a problem. I need some more wood beads. Oh my goodness, why is the air conditioning turning on? Oh, yeah, you gotta come, Jean. There's nowhere like us in the world. Let's see, what color am I using? This. Oh, my fingers are fine. They hurt for the rest of that day, but and they were a little tender the next day, but I've definitely recovered from that, Mallory. Oh, thanks, Renee. Yeah, these are, I'm so happy with the way these are turning out. And again, this, I would love to take credit for this idea myself, but this actually was inspired by Ruth in our showroom, who did a little display with these, and they just turned out so great that I had to steal her idea. So I wish I could take credit for it, but oh, Florida State Seminoles. Yeah, Deb's visited us before, so she knows all about our store. But it's definitely one of those, like, if you were to come visit us, who is that said that? Bring loads of money or a new credit card. Yeah, it's, I mean, I work here and I get a pretty good discount, and I still spend a lot of money here, especially this time of year when I'm gearing up to make lots of Christmas presents. This is a fairly inexpensive project. You could I'll put up all of the materials that I use so you can take a look at that. But really, you know, you spend $30, $40 on your materials and you can make a whole bunch of ornaments. So especially if you need to knock out a lot of gifts or a lot of something, then it's a real good option. I think this is one of my favorite ones that we've made today. All right, so there's that one nice and finished. We're going to take some of this little garland here and then wrap it through the center. And because this garland has a wire base, I'm just able to twist in the center there to get it to stay on. But I'm still adding some twine, and this is just hemp twine. And so that'll keep that in place. Loving the snowflakes. Used to live near us and visited often. Oh, in Arizona. I'll actually be in Tucson this February on our annual buying trip. I'm so excited. It'll be my first time going. If I were to sell them, oh, I don't know, probably $8 to $10 a piece, I think would be. I mean, I don't know the cost of materials. I haven't priced that out yet, but I would probably think in the, you know, 15 and under range, Dixie. Where did my scissors go? Just had them. Oh, they're there. Does that ever happen to you? You set your scissors down and then you lose them and you're like, how could they have gone anywhere? I haven't moved. I swear that happens to me every time I'm crafting. So there's another one. So there we go. Real quick, we made 4 different types of ornaments. I'm going to finish up the set off camera and post that. And then I will also post a supply list so that you can see all of the materials that I used and be able to price that out. Usually you want to, when you're calculating your prices to sell things, you want to look at the cost of your time, you want to look at the cost of your materials, and then you want to add those together and then times it by 2, because if you want to calculate your wholesale price versus your retail price. So that's just something to consider. But so we made some really great rustic ornaments today. So we're using our wire snowflake form. So here's one of them that we made. Here's the one we just made. I think this one's my favorite. I love the browns and the red and the green. Like, that's just super cute. This one also looks super nice. And then we've got this guy here too. So I'm gonna make, this size, this is a 6-inch size. It does come in a pack of 6. I'm gonna finish up the last 2 forms off camera, and then I'll post a picture with links to the products that I used, and also a picture of the finished stuff, so you can take a look. I should tie it to my wrist or something so I don't lose them, but I probably would just hurt myself with the scissors if I did something like that. So it was great seeing you all today. I will be on Twitch tomorrow at around 1 o'clock. We started off yesterday by painting a bunch of vintage components, and we're going to finish them up tomorrow and make some pretty jewelry with them. And then on Friday, I'm not going to be here. I'm taking the day off because Thursday's my birthday, and so I decided to, so tomorrow's my birthday, and so I'm taking Friday off to have myself a little 3-day weekend for my birthday. So I will see you tomorrow on Twitch, and then we'll be back next week on Tuesday on Twitch again. Tuesday, Thursdays are Twitch, Wednesday, Fridays Facebook, except for this Friday. Oh, and I did want to say thank you to everyone with your sweet comments. I was out sick last Friday, and Beth posted for me that I wasn't going to be doing the video, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who posted wonderful things. That was very sweet, and yeah, so thank you all for tuning in today, and we will see you tomorrow on Twitch. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Bye-bye.